All right, the name of this film is called The Island. Check out this lottery situation, something that's supposed to be a good thing that's really an evil thing. And when you think about these celebrities and everything else like that, when I talk about computational devices, people wouldn't assume that I may be talking about the brain, okay, of a living being that's a clone, basically a defiled body, an individual that is without the spirit of life or God's spirit, which has less to do with religion and more to do with what is, you know what I'm saying? This same individual, all right, may be devoid of the spirit of life, meaning that the basis of their knowledge, there's nothing spiritual in it. It's just all, they just have textbook brain. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they know themselves well, they have a being to their character and things of this nature, these things are great things. But being yourself and knowing yourself is, it's one and the same, but it's damn near two different things. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can be yourself and not know yourself. All right? And individuals can know themselves and not be themselves. Right? So it's a matter of both. When you break down the scriptures, it really deals with the core dynamics of an individual. Okay? So once you are debased, meaning you know what I'm saying, your body is without the actual file. Okay, if you ever copied the file to another folder, okay, on your computer, and that file, while it's being copied, it's just a blank sheet of paper. This is as if individuals defiled. They have the placeholder, but there's no information in there, and that's where other spirits can get in there and programs and what have you. They could program the mind and what have you. So this film is called The Lottery, and it reminds me of or it's called The Island. Okay, and the essence of this scene kind of reminds me of, if you ever seen Darren Aronofsky's film called Requiem for a Dream. All right, Jared Leto's mother in that film, she was struggling with different things pertaining to her diet, and she had nothing to look forward to, just like, black men, like my life, I have nothing to look forward to day in and day out, so on and so forth. I barely talk to my family, everything else like that. I'm just on my own, man. It's very solitary for a black man, especially when you're by yourself or whatever, you know what I'm saying? The video games and things that you play kind of cheat on you. Right? So you can't get any outcome or any relief anywhere. But in this show, she struggled with her weight. She got hooked on some diet pill medication. And the announcer on the TV screen, I just remember him saying, "We have a winner. We have a winner." And she gets so excited and go into these full-blown headlong fantasies and what have you, which all pertains to a type of spiritual bondage. All right? Connotating addiction, connotating her addiction to the television, the pills, the fantasy, and how these addictions come together, how these spiritual bases, can work against the individual. But again, these are the psychological traps, which are vast and drastic, you know what I'm saying, for black men that has a lot of solitary time, because the world is contrary, okay, to the ways that this individual is walking in. All right, this individual is no different than a samurai in many ways pertaining to a lifestyle, because you're on solitude. You're almost a freelancer if you're lucky enough to have any connections or networks. Okay, and the world's going to move contrary. Okay, how you do things is going to be differently, probably better in many cases. All right, than what is common in the rest of the world. All right, this be a living being or a living soul. Okay, once you come to terms and you get outside of that plastic bubble that you've been disassociated inside of, and realize, all right, there are things such as pain, there are things such as sorrow, there are many things to this life, which I've experienced, but I never been dealt and been in my skin to go back and meditate and reflect on my life. And I never recognized that it was painful because I never recognized it. Well, aren't you just the Chucky doll? You understand what I'm saying? And Chucky wanted a real body, and so do these spirits. But niggas in the streets talking about they catching bodies, talking about how many vaginas they've been with. It's a deeper game going on here, brothers and sisters. And this here is a scene from the island, and it reminds me of Requiem for the Dream. Like I said, when I was watching TV, and the announcer was saying, "We have a winner. We have a winner." You know what I'm saying? Here is a short clip. Just look at this here.
Good morning, July 18th, 2019. Another day in paradise.
The lottery. All right. 777. They won it. If you win the lottery.
Starkweather 2 Delta. Your time has come.
Notice that it's Stark
to the island.
Starkweather 2 Delta here. And as you know.
So as you can see, it's Starkweather 2 Delta. And when you think of Starkweather 2 Delta, we are talking about Delta is a word code because we have COVID Delta and what have you, coincides with death. And Stark, which a lot of us think of Iron Man when he says I am, they use the I am moniker. I am Iron Man. All right. And, Stark 2 Delta, number 11, number 2, Roman numeral, that would be 11, pertaining to a gateway, a portal, or 11 from 9/11. These are very common things that are running down here that's reintroduced to your mind. Learn the archetypes of what you're watching, please.
The biggest dream of my life just came true. I mean, I've only been with you guys for like 6 months, but I won the lottery. That's right, me, Starkweather, okay? To go out and breathe fresh air, swim in the ocean. I can't believe I won. You call me Mr. Popular. I know. It's me. It's me. You guys know I'm not like this, but this is just amazing. I'm going to the island. We're going to have so much fun. But I need to see you guys out there. You can do it. I won.
That was this.
All right. So this says Starkweather. All right. Starkweather. And he's going to the island. Man, that Yellow Jackets hoodie is fucking dope. And it's a yellow hoodie. Anyways, this Starkweather, all right, pertaining to where they're at and everything like that, and them getting a prize, a vacation to the island, for his name to be Starkweather 2 Delta is very interesting. All right. But I just want to say peace and blessings for you. And the things that individuals are commonly reaching for in the goal, if you don't fit in and you're rejected, know that you are blessed. Peace and blessings be with you all, because there can't be a prize where something is common.